All right, all right, all right. Y'all can't hear the music? Okay. Wow. All right. Hello, everybody out there in Line Dance Land. This is Queen Sheila, Executive Director of the Line Dance Connection and founder of Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. I'm so glad you all tuned in today. We're going to get it started here. I'm going to bring in my co-host. I'm none other than Miss Zandra Hill Coaston from Alabama and Mr. Marquise Christopher from Florida. Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey,
Hey,
what's
how are
going on?
you?
I
What's
don't know why
going
y'all
on,
can't hear
Marquis?
my music.
That's all right. I
It's
guess they
okay.
only.
It's okay.
I
You know,
think
You know
it's
what,
they
okay.
only
Marquise?
wanted you to
It's
hear.
all right. We good. Appreciate it. We'll
You
go
know
back and
what,
listen to
Marquise?
it later.
Yeah, you know what? Excuse me. Y'all doing good?
We are
Yeah.
amazing, Queen. How are you?
That's good. I'm good. I'm trying to get
Good.
used to this 100-degree weather we have in here.
Ooh, isn't it hot? I
Oh Lord.
Can't really tell. It
yeah, I
keep
had
raining.
a function. Say what, Marquise?
So you can't really tell. It keep raining on us, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Man, it rained some here, but I tell you, it's still hot. I went to a function and sweated my hair out. I was like, ooh. So like, hey, they're gonna get what they get today.
Okay.
It's all Marquise was trying to be nice to me a little bit, y'all, talking
A
about
little bit.
you're
Okay.
all natural, so just go on and address it all up in the front.
I thought it was. I thought it
Forefront.
was. I thought it was a nice glow. That's all. I thought it was a nice glow.
Well,
I
thank
just
you.
love y'all. Marquise, you ain't say you like my hair. I'm offended.
No, he ain't say nothing
Queen,
about the
man.
hair queen.
Queen, you
He
know what I
just
mean?
said
Girl, what you got in your head?
You know what? I saw you fixing yours up, Marquise, when we first got
Yeah,
on here. He brushing and put
I had
patting
to
on
do
the
something.
sides.
I didn't want to look like who did it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So I
okay.
had to get myself right. People talk
Mhm.
about you when you get on here.
I
Oh,
know,
okay.
right?
Yes.
I hope Earl don't come on today.
Please.
Okay.
He on
Yes,
the
I am talking
man.
about.
Golly.
Okay. Well, we have an awesome guest with us today. He is all the way from, let me make sure I say it right. Where is he from? Over there,
He's over there
Pontiac,
somewhere.
Pontiac, Michigan. I'm
Okay.
trying to read
Okay.
sideways on my paper.
So,
All the way from Pontiac, Michigan. None other than Lewis Jenkins. Let's bring him on in.
What's up?
Hey,
What's up?
Lewis.
What's up?
Wait,
What's
let me do my
up?
clapping. Hold on,
Everybody,
hold on,
what's
hold on,
up?
hold on.
oh
How y'all
God.
doing?
I'm
Hey,
I'm glad we
Louis,
can
how
do
are
it.
good.
How
you?
y'all doing?
Welcome.
Doing
Good.
Good.
good,
Man,
good.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. I
down
appreciate it.
south, we were talking about how the weather is so hot here. How is
Right.
it where you're at?
It's slave hot too.
First of
Say
all, I don't
that.
even
Oh,
want to talk about Detroit, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Detroit
It,
made me feel like I never wanted to come back for a second.
for
I ain't gonna lie.
real?
Because
right.
what
Really?
last event we were just at, with
Yeah.
Curtis Good and them, man, that win was disrespectful.
Oh,
It was so
that was
disrespectful.
that was winter wind then.
Oh my gosh, man.
So
I ain't never felt no cold like that in my life, man. That was
right,
terrible.
right. So
Really?
I'll
Even
say this. We get all the four seasons here. So you have to have a jacket, you have to have a sweater, you have to have shorts, you have to have everything. So you really go through all four seasons here.
Hey, yo, sweet Lou, they told me, Curtis, like, man, when you got a jacket? And I
Yeah.
was like, well, I'm from Florida, so we don't wear jackets, we wear raincoats. And he was like, a
Right.
raincoat?
Well, a little fact is, I have, as
excuse me.
probably knows, I have ties with Florida. So, I attended the University of South Florida for my graduate degree, my master's.
Okay, USF.
Yeah,
Yay.
yes. So I'm a bull for real.
Hey.
That's what started my career right there. So, but undergrad, I'm tied to
Excuse me.
Canada. That's where I'm from. So when people actually ask me where I'm from, I say New Orleans, but I say Michigan has made me my money. But
Okay.
I'm born and raised. My mother, my mother's there. My sister, my brother, all my family is in New Orleans. So that's where I'm from.
Okay.
That's where I'm raised.
Okay, good to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Excuse me.
how many years did you actually stay in New Orleans?
Man, pretty much. That's a good one, and that is a technical one because although I'm there, I was in New Orleans till I was 21, and I've been here 21 years. So now it's about breaking even. I'm about to I guess transition over to a true Michigander, right? But
Right.
like I said, my ties will be back down south as I retire and I get closer to my professional career. I'll be back down south somewhere. I don't know. I'm gonna live in a state where they're not gonna tax my pension. How about that?
Hey.
So,
So
so
where
is
you
that?
Florida is
where
one
you,
of the states.
I was about to
Okay.
say, would that be in Florida?
Florida is one of the states. Texas is one of the states. Nevada, I think Tennessee. North Carolina is the South. I would love to stay there, but I think they'll tax my pension. So I'm going somewhere where I won't get taxed on that pension.
I
so
understand.
where your slang from New Orleans? Like people from New Orleans, they got a little slang, a little twang to
Or
their voice. Where yours
I,
at?
I have it when I'm back home, but see, you forcing me to say baby, and it ain't gonna come out. It ain't gonna come out the same. You gotta, I mean, I,
Right.
you know,
Excuse me.
sometimes when I tell you a really funny story. When I first moved up here, I had, and this is serious, but it's kind of funny. I had a white manager, and he said, "Man, you're a very educated guy, but you have to stop cutting off your words. It's not ask, it's
Mm,
ask."
mm.
Okay.
All right.
You get that. So,
Yeah.
in business, sometimes we have to slow down, and I'm consciously now more than ever when I'm getting in the mode of thinking business. But when I'm back home, you fall right into it. You know what I'll equate it to? All of the British actors take our roles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Idris and all those guys. Have you ever seen them talk when they're not acting? He has
Right.
his English accent, right?
Right.
Mhm.
So he kind of falls back in. So most of the Nigerian actors, they have that American accent, and then they kind of fall back in.
Mm.
Okay. Okay there.
So when I'm
So
back home,
Cool.
when I'm with my mom, them, don't worry, we feel like talking that baby stuff.
All right. Before we go get like into our conversation, we want to say hello to our online guests. We have Carla Gray from London. Hey, Carla. She said hi,
Wow.
everyone. And we have Annette Burgess. She says hello, all. Yvonne, I am. Hey, hey, fam. And Melva Stennis said hello, Queen Zandra, and welcome back, Marquise. They actually
hey,
missed you, Keys. And then we have
what?
Adrian Speed in Motion. She says you cute. She wanted you to know you cute, Lewis. And she
If
said,
that's for me, I
hey.
need all the self-esteem these days. I appreciate it.
That's
And,
And then,
and you know what? And I see some people I see Miss Latanya from Toledo
mm-hmm,
and Burn.
see
So
that.
I appreciate them. They come to my class all the time. I gotta give them much love.
okay. And hit the floor line dancer to say, hi, family. So, and Latanya say, Lewis in the house.
Yes, yes. I don't
So,
know if can
Lewis,
she. Yes,
go ahead.
ma'am.
Go
No, I
ahead.
said, can she hear us when we're talking?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, well,
Yes.
Latanya, hello there. She's like family. You know
Yes. So,
Yeah.
Lewis, tell us who Lewis is.
who is Lewis? Lewis is a let's see, a Renaissance person. Can I say that I'm a Renaissance man? Because I
Okay.
do a little, I do a little bit of everything. Everybody knows me from hustle per se, but a lot of people don't know I'm a very good ballroom dancer. Um, a very good dancer. I've always been in the mix, giving parties when I was in college. Even before that, I was a little hustler. So I've always had multiple jobs. I started working when I was 15 years old, paying bills when I was 15, helping my mom out in the household. So I've
Mhm.
always been a person where I've always been focused, and I like to handle my business. I kind of learned that from my mom, so I give her pretty much all the praise. Single parent mother. I grew up around my grandmother, my mother, and my aunts. So, my dad was around. My father, and
Lewis, you hold on. You picked up an echo from somewhere.
I
Did you
did
move it? Yes.
moved away right here. It's good.
You good. You
Yeah, you
good.
good. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, Louis, born and raised from Louisiana. All my what should I say, my primary education from there. And then just kind of moved around, lived in several states. Let's see, lived in Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, DC, back to Atlanta, and then in Michigan. In my career, I've done a man. I've had a blessed career. I've worked at the CDC. I've worked for General Motors for 10 years in health
Wow.
and safety. I've worked
Mhm.
worked for 3 or 4 pharmaceutical companies, uh, doing various roles. So I'm blessed. Blessed.
That
Good.
praise
So
God.
when did Sweet Lou come into play?
Man, Sweet Lou was like in college too, man. Look, Sweet Lou, man,
How
Sweet
you
Lou
get
was
that? How you get that man? Where that man come from?
man, that it's a kind of it's a funny story, man. I worked so much in school, to be honest with you. I used to always be late for chemistry class,
Mhm.
and there was these 2 young ladies. I'm hearing an echo myself, so y'all got to help me out. Am I all right now?
You good?
All right. And there was these 2 young ladies, and they would save a seat in between chemistry class for me, right? So I would be right in the middle, and they wouldn't let no other guys sit in that seat. So when I would hit, at a HBCU, you usually have the quad, right, where all the students hang out. And somebody said, "Man, the girls won't let no other guys sit down but Sweet Luke." And so it kind of picked up the name there. And then as I moved on and to Michigan, I would dance with 2 or 3 women, ballroom dancers. I could dance with 2 of them at the time. And I was pretty good at putting my steps together. So all the guys at the barbershop was like, "Man, we saw you dance, bro. It was real sweet. Sweet Luke." And then my frat brothers picked it up. So my frat brothers picked it up. I'm a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and they started calling me Sweet Luke. So the name just stuck. Curtis Good calls me Sweet Luke because he said, "You're a good guy, Sweet Luke." So it just stuck in there. I kind of like it. All Italians have their name. There was Pretty Tony, and you
Mm.
know, they always had their little name. So hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. I guess
Okay.
it would be funny if I would be called Ugly Lou. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be weird.
Sweet Lou is
Sweet
Sweet
Lou is
Lou is
good. You'll take that, huh?
I'll tell
So,
you
right,
like this, brother. If Ugly Loose lasted as long as it did, then bro, you got a problem. You know what I mean?
right. So no, I'll take that any day, man. So I've been around a couple of places and had the opportunity to travel, out of the country and work for a little bit out of the country. So it's been a blessed time here on this earth. Just treat people right and do right by your family and other people, and that karma will come back to you in a good way.
Okay.
so Louis, do you have any children? Are you married?
Oh man, that's the magic question. Now you're gonna see all the pop-ups in the world.
Uh-oh.
You're
Uh-oh.
gonna pop up all over the place, man. Here,
Let me
look, this
record this.
look, now
Let me
we getting
record
into the unsung story on VH1.
I know, right?
Hey, Lou,
Oh,
let me record this real quick.
The unsung story on VH1. Nah, so to answer that question, in my young career, I've always focused on my career. I'm an inner city kid from New Orleans. I'll be honest, being raised in a house with 2 siblings and we're all spaced out. I'm 8 years older than my sister and 18 years older than my brother. You know,
Mm.
my siblings that lived in the house. Um, my dad was married 3 times, so I have other siblings too. So with that said, being the oldest, right? And remember,
Mhm.
I'm 8 years older than my sister and 18 years older than my brother. I think y'all
Okay.
can kind of know where I'm going with that. So
Okay.
raising children is real serious. So, I took the path of not saying consciously that I didn't want to have kids, but it just happened like that. So I've never had kids and never been married. I'm not gonna say, people can look at that, in a personal note on 2 different ways, right? As let's be real. They can look at it like, well, does he not just want to be married? Nah, it just hasn't happened. Things
Okay.
have not fall into place. I can really tell you, Queen, on that note, it's funny, whenever I would go to some formal events, people like, well, he comes every year by himself. What's wrong with him? It is what it is. Some
Yeah.
people they get married real quick in life. Some people take longer. Some people take 3, 4 times. Some people you hit it off, and I could be honest. I've seen more committed companionships, and I'm just being honest, than marriages sometimes that's successful.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Just keeping it
So
real.
I guess the follow up question is the desire to have kids or even to be married, is it there or
It
no?
is that I don't look at it consciously like that. I know people might think, well, you need to be consciously thinking about it. If it happens, it happens. As far as kids, now here's the serious and here's the joke. If I have kids now, I'll be working till I'm 80. Y'all heard I said these are different type of kids out here now. These kids got parents standing in line for Jordans, and the kids are mad at the parents if they don't get the Jordans and the PS5 and
Yes.
the car you want. So I don't know about that. I have 6 guy kids. A lot of people know I have 6 guy kids, and um the best thing about having guy kids, you can be the good cop and the bad cop. Sometimes you can
Okay.
be the bad cop. Sometimes you can be the good cop. Um, I don't know. I could probably definitely say no to no kids. I'm not working till I'm 80. That's
Right, right.
that's a done. You'll probably get a marriage out of me, Marquise, before you get. I don't want to see. Look, I will cause controversy on your talk show because then I gotta talk about. I gotta talk about what they call nuptial agreements and signing paperwork. Y'all, y'all be like, that was the most controversial conversation that you had. Nothing to do with finance, but you're right. With
So
somebody,
Louis, tell me
somebody
this.
chimed in and start talking about kids and not that are morals and yeah, they have morals and consequences. Yeah, you can. The funny thing. This is a real story. I had a good friend of mine. Daughter was giving her some issues. Now we all grew up with black parents, right? Right, and y'all know the old black parents are different than the new age black parents, right?
Oh yeah.
So she had to lay some hands somewhere. You get where I'm going with that? Do you know her daughter called the police on her?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see how you said that? Look how you said it
Okay.
with a
You're like, oh wow. Yeah.
kids will tell you can't touch them nowadays.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and that's true. So, Louis, tell me this. I'm kind of changing just a little bit
Yeah, that's
because
all
I
right.
keep hearing different things, and I just saw it. They were saying like you a real smooth, sweet dancer, right?
Right.
So, how you been dancing all of your life?
Pretty much, I would say yes. When you're a boy, I think Marquise, you got your friends and y'all kind of clown around and break dance. I'm in that break dance era, right? I would see, but what really got me dancing when I started young in college. Always when we would have the parties of high school, I was always the one on the dance floor with the girls, right? I
Okay.
wanted that. I always tell a man, if you could play sports, play music, or dance, you probably could get a woman.
Okay.
Okay,
That's true, right? Right. I
I
Mhm.
mean,
think you're
Yeah.
about right.
Yeah.
right. So dance was my thing. Blowing the trumpet would give me a headache, so I stopped that. So dancing was the next up. But in college, I was always the one on the dance floor to start the party. I come in and I'm going straight to the floor and dance. But when I got
Okay.
to Michigan, it kind of changed because I was about 20 something when I was here. Really, what changed me, I saw this guy by the name of Max. His name was Max, and it was at
Mhm.
this club, and he had all the young ladies dancing with him. And Max
Okay.
was in his 80s. Max was
Wow.
in his 80s. Get what I'm saying? Max was in his 80s. And all those young ladies was dancing. I said, what kind of dancing he doing? And he said, oh, he's ballroom dance. Style ballroom. I said, that's the
Mhm.
dance I'm going to learn right there.
Right there.
I'm gonna learn that dance. And I always tell people, you're a good dancer when a lady is sitting down, and as you're passing the table, she'll ask you, can I have the next dance? Can I dance with you next? Then you're good at what you do. Line dancing is different because it's a thing for ladies, right? You go out, there ain't no man to dance, so what y'all do? Y'all dance together,
Right, right,
right?
right.
and you do it in that form. But believe it or
Mhm.
not, on that note, a lot when I first got here, there wasn't a lot of guys line dance.
Mm.
There was a
Right.
lot of ladies line dance, but it wasn't a lot of guys line.
Right. So
So,
that didn't deter you because as you see, as you get introduced into the community and everything, you don't see many dudes line dancing or dancing. Well, maybe in a hustle, and you in
right.
Detroit, so maybe a lot of that. But in the South, we ain't getting all that. So that didn't make you feel uncomfortable to be like one of the only brothers out there doing it.
Nah, man, because up here, let me tell you something. Have you ever seen stepping? Have you ever seen Chicago stepping?
Yeah, yeah,
All
Mhm.
right. Do you know
Yeah.
Chicago stepping? The men dance with each other.
yep. I seen that too.
Yeah.
Say
See,
what?
Baby, I ain't seen it.
Z
Well, look,
I
I
Z
haven't
seen
seen
it.
Z
that.
head Z head kind of turned. She was like, "What?" Yeah, the
Yeah, I
men
seen it with
actually
the ladies, not with the
actually
men though.
the
Yeah.
men actually step together, like hold
Competitions.
the hand movements and everything.
Oh
Is
wow.
Yeah.
that because you don't have enough ladies?
No,
No.
that's the style. That's the style. Men can dance. You can have trios. You can have couples. You can have trios.
I
And then
seen
Straight
the
men.
more great,
trios.
Clarify that,
yeah,
Lou. Straight men dancing together.
yeah,
Straight.
straight
Just
Very.
men
straight.
dance together. Yeah,
What?
Mhm.
With
It's
yeah.
like
all
a
those
it's like
women, okay. So then my question then with all these women in the audience, why is two men dancing together? I'm not getting
Because
that.
it's the style of dance. It's almost like a challenge
it's,
when you're dancing with that person with the footwork,
it's
you
culture
Oh,
know?
too.
okay.
But I tell anybody, go on YouTube and look up Chicago stepping, and I guarantee you'll see two men dancing together. And they're holding hands, and somebody's the lead, and
Mm.
they're doing it. And they can bring a trio in and have a woman. They could dance four. They could dance with four people. It's a style of dance where you can
Okay.
dance with multiple people. So I
Right.
never was intimidated by that, because when I moved up here and I saw stuff like that. And remember, what did I say? If you could play sports, play music, or dance, what does that do for you? Most likely.
Right.
So,
Right.
and the young Lewis was like, "Well, I want to meet her. I could dance. I'm gonna just ask her. If she see that I could dance well, then she gonna dance with me." So it was just a little thing like that.
And it's kind
Okay.
of like part of the culture too, because you can see that same thing as far as men with each other when they're skating. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, exactly.
So it's a certain cultural thing that is understood and respected as far as that
Hmm.
goes. You know what I mean? So
Right,
that's why at first when I first saw it, I was like, ooh, what's going on? But then I was like, oh, this is the norm. This is what they
right.
do.
Yeah. Ray said they
So
do that in California too. He
Oh,
said
they do.
that's still a case in California. The two men dance together.
Yeah. So, like, as Marquise knows, you know, when I first came into line dancing, there was very few guys in the Midwest. I mean, it was only like maybe I'm gonna say a handful. I could probably name some of the guys back with, some of the names that y'all probably wouldn't even heard of, but there was many, many um, times when I would go to parties, and it would be probably 100, 200 women and maybe three, four guys. That's changed now. It's changed a
Hmm.
lot. So, but I think it's a way when I tell you, I knew this guy. He would come to the bar every week. I mean, he would sit up at the bar, drink his drink, and kind of turn around and look at what we was doing. And then I said, "Man, you ought to learn how to line dance." He's like, "Man, I don't do that, bro. I'm just gonna chill, man." One of his friends, another guy he brought, I guess, to drink beer or something like that, came in. Man, that guy got on the dance floor so fast when he saw this one girl, you couldn't keep him off the dance floor. Probably one of the best line dancers. A lot of these young guys that's out here now, I mean, they're growing older. The Jermaines, the Teds, the Taz, Dirty, uh, Sam. Uh, a lot of them started off. Some of them in my class, or come
Okay.
into my class, and then they broke
Hmm.
off into their own classes, and as leaders of line dance. So I'm not mad at them. It's a thing that I think now it's more social. Not I
Mhm.
don't think it has so much of the stigma of I'm a guy, dancing. Because when most
Right.
guys they want to do it, they just so super cool. They don't, they'll get out there and do a little couple of steps, but they're trying to be too super cool. But I
Well,
Right,
tell
let
right.
me
you,
tell you
what
how
a
they do it here in Florida. They
Okay,
stand around the wall with a drink in their hand and watching the ladies dance.
right.
Okay,
It's
they're not
it's
getting out there. You know,
if they get out there, they might get that lady that they want to dance with.
I know Marcus is the only guy. Oh, him and Cole, the only two guys in Florida that I know that dance.
Wow. They'll
Right,
bring it out.
Marquise? Is there anybody else?
DJ, some Miami.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. DJ
Daryl,
Daryl
Daryl.
Jones. Yeah,
Then
So the
DJ. Y'all, but it's
Tommy
three in
dancing.
Florida. You know how big Florida is?
so the three that was there, that it would be other guys, but like I said, it was smaller. Turbo Tony,
Okay.
y'all don't know about him. That was a group we used to have, Pontiac Dance Force. Um, a conduit to all of us, me, was Curtis Good. He would always go and travel and then come back and tell us about other groups. I always jokingly say before there was I'm gonna shout him out, but he'll know what I'm talking. Before there was Jerome, there was a guy by the name of Ahmad and Will, and they were the ones tearing the dance floor up, making the ladies scream and shout and killing the dance floor. So from MIB and there are other groups in Ohio. So man, the history is so long because I've been around since '96, or not, well, '95, '96
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
in the area,
So
But
okay, so you're saying you've been in the line dance world since '95?
oh yeah, '95, '96.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
what's changed since you started and as you see it now? Because I know it evolved a lot. So what changes that you've noticed? Which ones you agree with? You know what I mean?
Man,
What's your,
that's the book. That's the book. That's a whole book, and it's gonna have a lot of that. I try to shorten it up. I think, like you said, the amount of men dancing now, that has changed. As you see, when we go to line dance events, there's lots of men dancing, and there's lots of men that's married that's dancing. Because remember, those guys that were fussing at their wives about where you going every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they kind of did the reverse, Marquis. So look, check it out. Most women want to know, like, where you going, what you doing, right? And then they want to come and see, right? So the husband's like, where you going, what you doing? So some of those husbands became dancers and joined the wives. Some of them went home and said, oh, that's just the thing that she gonna do on Wednesday. I didn't peep it out. Nobody gonna be on my wife, right? We've had a couple of guys that used to come to my class to make sure nothing's going on. What's going on over here? You know.
right?
So
Mm-hmm.
I think the because we're not really out there in what I call social media. We are, but we're not, right? Skaters, think about it, that's been around for a long time. And it
Mm-hmm.
probably meant line dancing from what I know, because you had different segments. So think about it. You had your Midwest segment of line dancers, and then you had your East Coast, right? The Dave Bush,
Mm-hmm.
Days, all of those groups on the East Coast, right? Those
Mm-hmm.
Philly, those Maryland groups, those with what else? The Washington D.C., Baltimore,
Whoop whoop. Oh yeah.
right?
DMV. Yeah.
Right, DMV. So you had all those guys out there. We didn't know about those guys, like they didn't really know us. But I think people that were conduits to putting it together were the Kenny Jays and the Curtis to kind of all get us together. And I could tell you much history about that, man. You talk about line dance and change. When we first started this whole dancing together stuff, it wasn't what you see right now. Like, you know
Okay.
how these parties and we go to different states and people throw that. You can go to a party every single weekend and break the bank. Get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It costs the party.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It costs the party. It's not no. It, you got to have an extra job or a good job, because you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
get a bunch of roommates in the hotel room. You get what I'm going. But
Right.
it's changed a lot. It's really changed a lot from these. I think about United We Dance, how it really started, and man, 1,500 people,
Yeah.
1,500. 1,200 to 1,500 people coming together for one weekend. That started from just a bunch of people. I tell you, here's the thing. In the
Louis,
Midwest,
you got an echo again.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Can you hear it?
I hear you. I hear you.
Can you hear better now?
Yeah, you good.
All right. So in the Midwest, there's
Still
still
got
an
an
echo.
echo. Mm-hmm.
What am I doing wrong? Did
I
I
don't
back
know.
up?
I can hear you clearly. I don't know.
Do I have
You don't hear
something
the
bottom?
echo, Marquise?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he has a big echo. Try it
Y'all
again,
still
Lewis.
Echo now?
y'all still using that Spectrum service? Y'all still using Spectrum service still?
You know what?
Is that a joke?
They didn't have great service in the past, and I don't think they changed since then.
All right.
Trying to keep the
Whatever.
price.
Spectrum is cool. You leave
Right.
Spectrum alone.
There you go, Marquise.
So
Just because
so
he
y'all
got
can hear the echo now?
AT&T or whatever. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lewis.
No, can you hear the echo now?
You're
No.
good.
Good. I'll stay back. But I was saying in the Midwest, the 3 or 4 groups that always hung out in the Midwest were the what we call the Detroit contingency, the groups in Detroit. And then we would kind of get with CG Common Ground, Glass City Hustlers. So it was pretty much uh, us 3 that would hang out together a lot, you know. And then we kind of hung out every weekend. It would be a thing where we would just go by, start at other people's houses, and that grew to getting together at a hotel, right? And then that grew to other people feeling like, well, don't leave our group out. And then you have to get a bigger hotel and you got to get more rooms. And
Yeah.
then what we used to do, we used to take over the clubs. So we would go and they would play music, and people that wanted to dance would think like, well, they playing a song, but they line dancing out there. We can't
Okay.
dance. We shut up for them,
Exactly.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had to create something where we could do our own thing. And that's where this whole cabaret style of getting together in these large groups. I mean, we didn't have a lot of groups back then, man. Now it's groups then split up. Sometimes you start with a group, they break up, they get another group together. And
Mm-hmm.
now it's over 100+ groups out here, man. It's a
Yeah.
lot
Oh,
going
it's
on.
way more than that. You
Yeah.
That's
know.
and
But
that's a
you
good
know
that's
what,
a good
Lewis?
thing.
This is the thing that kind of throw me a little bit. You said that you're from New Orleans, right?
Right.
And you have taken, or you're taking an event there in November.
Right.
Okay. Are you at 1,500 people?
No, I didn't want to have 1,500 people.
I know,
I
but
could have
you
had
could
I
have had
could have had
probably.
1,500. My
I
The Nola Bayou Bash site has 1,600 members.
Mm.
1,600 members. 1.6K, right? So
Mm-hmm.
1,600 members, right? I mean, Nicole and I could have probably gone to 1,000, but I jokingly say the Bayou Bash committee, but the Bayou Bash committee is Nicole and I sitting at her kitchen table. So it's 2 people. It's not a
Yeah.
committee of people. One of
Okay.
the as you all know, and people that know about giving, to me, this is my philosophy. And I think I talked to Marquise about this. I don't know, but the less people you have making decisions, you know
Mm.
where I'm going with this,
Mm-hmm.
right? The less
Mm-hmm.
yes.
side talk and chatter. When you have 2 people, you got to make that decision. You got to sit down and pound it out. And I could
Right.
tell
Right.
you many stories about her and I sitting at the table pounding it out. So just what happened this past Nola. She just admitted at a table, we were all in Columbus, Ohio, and we had the registration. It was 175, and then we kind of had to cancel that registration because
Right.
Mm-hmm.
chicken costs these days. Chicken costs a lot of money. Get where I'm going
Oh
with this.
yeah. Yes.
Right.
175 is not enough to bring 600 people together and feed them chicken and everything else. Now, I'll just throw this fact out for you: 100 pieces of chicken, right? Those
Mm-hmm.
little
Mm-hmm.
quarter legs, whatever, $500
Mm.
for 100 pieces. That's just 100 pieces. Do you know
Mm-hmm.
people? I don't know nobody in my family that's just gonna eat one piece of chicken.
Mm-mm.
Get
Oh
where I'm going
goodness.
with this.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
Right.
the chicken. That ain't the salad. That ain't the macaroni and cheese.
Right.
That ain't the gumbo. That ain't the red beans. Get where I'm going. So it
Right.
costs. You got to have a place to make all these people. You got to have a DJ. You got to have insurance. You got to have, it's a lot to throw the event.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Yes,
want
it
to throw
is.
it and you want to get, as far as doing it in New Orleans, the way that came about, because people always say, and I'll just throw this out there, you in Michigan, why you gonna throw something in New Orleans, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
from
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans, and then number two, Number two, a lot of people that were my friends always wanted me to take them down to New Orleans for Mardi Gras.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it. You have people that know I was from New Orleans that either wanted me to go down there with them to kind of give them a personal tour, or they said, I think it was Gladys Smith said, why don't you throw it in New Orleans? Curtis kind of pushed and said, man, you ought to do that. And I'll say, well, I had to think to myself, who would I want to give this event with that's going to handle business? First person I thought of was my compadre Nicole, and that's what we did, so that's all she wrote, and that's history on that.
So I have a question for you. I talked to Nicole, and she gave me her feedback on how she felt. But why do you think that y'all event has been as successful as it is to the point where people selling it out within 24 hours? Like, why? Why do you?
No, Marquise, wait a minute. You said 24.
Within.
I think I heard 3 minutes.
Well, one year it was 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 year, I think 2016, I think it was 3 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so
in less than 3 minutes, we did 500 and something people. Yeah.
So why do you think? Why do you think it's so successful? Like, what is it about y'all event that you feel? Because I mean, everything. I mean, for the most part, we're gonna do some line dance, we're gonna do party and this, that, and the other. But for your event to sell out within 24 hours, why do you think that people? I mean, at the price at that. Let's include that because you increased the price to what, $225 or something like that.
Yeah, $225. Had to.
We respect it. We
chicken do cost. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I understand it. You know what I mean? So I know. But
right.
Just the fact
and I'm not cutting you off. Right. I'm not cutting you off, but I joke. I was talking to Chris White from Flavor and Teresa, and Chris and Teresa was like, Lewis, chicken costs. They noticed that with their event too. But to answer your question, man, I think it's twofold. I think you look at a person's character, right, and their brand, not as just your personal brand, right? Not your event brand, your personal brand.
Okay.
And people know anything that I put my name with, I can't stand behind it unless it's quality.
Okay.
I can't stand behind anything unless it's quality. So I think from the first time we did it in 2012, those 200 and odd people that started in 2012 with us, they just knew that they trusted us. That's the first thing. People got to have trust in you, right?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. First, got to have trust. You got to have a good name that's out there, because if I was Shiesty Lou, 299 people ain't gonna follow me, right?
Yeah, that's true.
If it was taking all money, Nicole, they ain't gonna, come on. We know our people. We know how people talk, right? They ain't did what they say they gonna do. So everything we told them we was gonna do, we promised them, and we did it. But I had to know that I had the support, not of. Here's the thing. It's a testimony to even when I was back at Zay. All of my friends that were going to school with me are now city administrators. How do I get my permits? All of my friends are city administrators.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So people do favors for people they what? They like.
Right.
Got relationship with. That's
right.
right.
It's how you carry yourself. So part of that, and as it grew, Marquise, we never really never promoted it. It kind of promoted itself. People went back and they talked for us. I had a good time. And the best mouthpiece is when people come back and can spread the good news, right? So
that's true.
I always say, and I'll tell anybody this, if you promise people something, keep up to your promise. If you give them a good time, then they're gonna follow.
Yeah.
It's like the rule my grandmother used to tell me and my mom. When somebody comes to visit you, you do 3 things. If you do these 3 things, you'll never get talked about. Right? If you feed them, if you give them a good place to stay, a clean bed, right? A good suggestion, and if you entertain them, what can they talk about you?
Okay.
They can't. They can't come back and say, you know, you didn't feed me. Now I fed you, I entertained you, and I gave you a good place to stay. So in New
Okay.
Orleans, we entertain them, we feed them, and we give them a good quality place to stay. And
Okay.
it's a winning combination.
Yeah,
Okay. Um,
definitely.
Andy Glover said, Lewis, please come to the second annual 513 Natty Rock Weekend.
Where,
Andy Glover, you know Andy?
what, no,
He over
Andy,
there in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
He's
Cincinnati.
in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Mm-hmm.
So that's the Ohio people. That's just a drive. I don't know. You know what, Andy? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. A lot of times when I don't show up at a person's event, and I think I was telling Marquise this, it's not about I don't know your group. It's about sometimes my schedule will work. I gotta pay them bills first.
Mhm.
You
Andy
remember?
knows. Yeah. Andy
Yeah,
with you. When you
Oh
said that,
yeah,
he relate.
yes.
I bet he can relate.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you got to pay them bills first. So, you know, and then you have your own personal time. Line dancing is fun to me, but I'm a fraternity member. I have other things that I do. I'm a godfather. I got friends. I do other social things too. So this is just one of the social things I do. But it's like a jack of all trades, but a master of none. So, you know, I just like to have fun, good time. That's what we all work for in life.
Okay.
Right.
Yes. Well, um, we need to move on in our program because Louis, we could talk
Yeah.
to you forever, because you have such good ideas, such good information. Just talking about line dancing and the changes and what's new and what motivates you to move to the next level. So we're gonna go to the next thing we're gonna go to is the dance of the week.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I ain't supposed to show it yet. Wait, you supposed to give us the dance of the week?
Look, well, I'm a even before we do that. I like the fact that you have your donations down there. That's where y'all they could send those monies and those funds, as the pastor say,
Yes.
right? All
And the
right, we
reason,
gonna pass.
yes,
Go
because
ahead.
I've been given, when we have our trivia every week, I've been
Okay.
giving that money out of my pocket.
Oh
And
wow.
believe me, I'm not rich. So if you multiply 52 weeks times $20, that's a whole lot of money, you know. And so I had to start asking for donations. And, they'll be coming in. Somebody told me it takes a year to start getting donations
Okay.
for your podcast or whatever. And I'm like, I'm patient, Lord. The Lord has blessed me, has blessed us, to keep it going. So that's why I had to put that down there. But we ask everybody to subscribe to us on YouTube and Facebook, and thanks for doing so.
Yeah, that's a
Thank
blessing.
you for bringing that out, Lewis. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's a
So you
blessing.
giving us the dance of the week, right?
Yeah, yes. I'm making I'm suggesting the dance of the week, and I'm gonna be a
Okay.
little selfish, but I don't mean to be selfish. But I just created a new dance called Sweet Vibe, and the
Hmm.
song is Mary J. Blige and Puffy No Drama remix. It's on YouTube. Check it out. I'll probably be reteaching it again. I taught it once at Flavors event, so I'll probably be doing
Mhm.
it again.
Okay. Sweet Vibe. Y'all hear that? Sweet Vibe by Mary J. Blige. Name of the song is No Drama Remix. Okay, so that's the song of the weekend. The song of the month has died. No, I'm just kidding. Marquise said he's not doing it anymore. And Marquise, we want to thank you for all of the months that you did give us the
Yeah.
dance of the month. It was, I couldn't do any of them because that's for the younger people. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
I couldn't do
uh,
those. The senior citizen dances were not in there.
I
He
have
did not
I
do
have
shake
some
a tail
I
feather,
have
so
some
I could.
older folks that was on there and they was getting it. But
I believe you. I'm just not one of them. I can't.
so Sweet Lou, let me ask you a question, bro.
Yeah,
Been in
man.
the game, you've been in the game for a minute, and I know the purpose and motivation change, especially through the shutdown and everything else.
Yeah.
What's the motivation to still being here now? Like why are you still here now? You know what I'm saying? What keeps you going here?
Only one reason, man. Fellowship with friends. To be honest with you, that's what keeps me going. And I'm glad you brought up about the COVID and stuff. So many of the line dancers have passed, man. A lot of
Hmm.
people have passed. Trust me. I think about Walter from Southside Steppers, and I think about some of our owners that have been close to heart. Dollar Bill. You have so many people. If I call out a name and forget, I hate to do that because people and I've called out too. But then it's the fellowship. It's to see people grow. My goddaughter, Poo Poo, everybody knows her in Michigan. She started line dancing with us when she was couldn't hardly walk. She was falling on the dance floor as a baby. Now she's 21 years old and she's in college and she still comes down. To see the
Okay.
new groups like yourself, AYE to come out, you know, you all are fairly y'all been around, but we've had groups that have changed. But to see the new people that bring a new energy, while we're doing pressure, while we're doing y'all dances, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
um it's just to fellowship, to meet good people, have a good time. I figure if everybody's dancing and eating, there should be no drama. Right?
Okay.
There
Yeah.
should be no
Right.
drama. So that's the reason why. And on another, keep your bodies moving. I look at Ray, man, look at Ray. How old is Ray?
74, 75. I think he just turned.
Is he? Okay, so 74, 75, and he moving that sweet. Come on now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
There you
Charles,
go. Mm-hmm.
Charles is up there. We used to have a guy named Bruce. Bruce was like 80 something days.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
Bruce wound up passing away years ago. But what I'm saying is, man, keep your bodies moving. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and if you could do two steps, then do two steps on the dance floor, break a sweat,
Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
keep that heart pumping.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
That's what it's all about. Just keep moving and but saying like somebody who's 70, 80 years old that's still in the game,
yeah,
it's got to be a passion.
yeah,
It's
yep,
not just I like to dance. That's when it
correct,
becomes a passion, because as
right,
long as your legs and feet can move, you're going to be moving on the dance floor, and that's really good. That's how you know a true line dancer or a true dancer, because no matter what, like I know I had a what you call a patch on my knee, and I was still that's like where your knee hurt. Just hey, but the music came on. I got to move. I got to
right,
dance. So
right.
I had to do Shake a Tail Feather for Marquise, the other
Really?
night.
That's your hustle right there. Shake your tail feather. Hey,
No, Marquise hates that dance, and I always bring it up for him.
anything, it's funny because as we all take this path of getting older, it's funny. I always hear the older people say, "Well, I can't do that," and the younger people like, "They slow down the music." Well, I think we have to appreciate each other because it's like my grandmother say, "If you live long enough,
Mhm.
y'all already know where I'm going."
That's it. Keep on living, baby.
Right. If you live long enough, we gonna be the old people. They gonna be young people behind us, right?
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
so your mothers didn't like rock and roll and Lil Richard and all of that. And then you don't like your grandson's music, right? So
Right.
when I get older, Migos is gonna be past and gone, and they're gonna have somebody else. So it's just a matter of appreciating everybody else.
Yes.
So that's it.
Okay. So now we add shout outs, y'all. We got to get our shout outs in. So, Louis, you want to go first?
Oh man, I'm a shout out. Uh, First, I'm gonna shout out every DJ that comes out to our line dance parties that plays music for us. So
Okay.
I'm gonna shout all the DJs out, so I won't miss nobody. Right. So
Okay.
if y'all
Uh-huh.
y'all have done one of my parties, been to one of my parties, DJ for a party I've been at, I
Hmm.
shout you out. All right. There
Okay.
you go. Now I'm also gonna just shout out my Louisiana contingency, my people down there, as well as my people in Detroit. I gotta shout them out.
Okay.
All of the
Hmm.
hustlers that support us in Detroit. And then my running partner Nicole, I'm always gonna shout her out in my
Okay.
class, the Motown hustlers, for their constant support and coming in every week. And my Toledo contingency that come out too. So and
Okay.
then the last shout out is to every line dancer that appreciates my hustles and our hustles.
Hmm.
Let that be a resounding thing for everybody. Just anybody that's on the dance floor, I appreciate you with your good energy and your good.
All right. Thank
That's
you.
it.
All right. Marquise, you want to go next?
Yeah. Also, shout out Sweet Lou for coming on, taking the time. We do appreciate it, man, sharing it for the culture, for the community, and everything else. Also, all the followers that came on as well too. We appreciate y'all coming through, checking it out as well. Make sure y'all share it so people can get to know what's going on within the community. for one of the vets in the game. And then also, I want to shout out everyone that participated in the Advanced Dance Challenge. Definitely, I know it. I don't realize it takes a lot for individuals to get on there, not only to learn to dance, but also to put themselves in a vulnerable place on the page to show people them learning a dance or even doing a dance. I mean, that's a lot. But special shout out to Annette and LaDonna and Kevin. Like, them three, they did every dance. This thing lasted for a year. They did every dance.
Dance. All right.
Every
Dance.
dance.
Hold on, I
You
gotta
know
give
what I
me
mean?
claps, Marquise. Hold on.
No, you can hold on. You can hold on to that. You can hold on to that. We already. You just put the emojis. You can put the emojis. Good. We good. But yeah, I gotta
Gotta give
give
them
them
the
a shout
claps.
out.
Yep,
Annette,
congratulations.
I
Congratulations to
used to.
them.
I ran into the parties with Annette, and Annette be like, "Okay, what we doing next?" I said, "I ain't gonna tell you." As soon as I tell her, "Okay," I show her the video once. Annette on the video like 10 minutes later, she got a video out. I'm like, God dang,
Wow.
so
Look,
yeah.
Marquise.
Mhm.
Right. Look, Marquise didn't even mention the show that was done.
Oh, yeah. What show? I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm confused. What's going on?
What? Marquise?
What's up?
The show
Oh,
of you and Drea?
oh, yeah, right.
I love it.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that one. That one,
I,
Marquise. That one.
I know, right. It's so funny. I forgot his
I
name. It wasn't Kevin or Keith, was it? But the gentleman that did the
You talking about LaDonna and Kevin when they did their whole video about the whole advanced
yes,
dance? Ah, that is
yes.
cool, man. Yeah.
Y'all, if you have not
Hey,
seen it, you need Marquise. Is it on
yeah.
your page?
Yeah, so Kevin and LaDonna, they normally wait to the last day of the month to do our dance for the month. But they don't just do the dance. They got a whole skit video in place for the dance. And so for the last one, I can't help but laugh. But that was funny though, because they impersonated me and Dre in the video. So yeah, that's all I can give. You got to watch the rest of what they did from the beginning. But that was it was nothing but love. It was so funny as well too. So yeah, they're
Okay.
awesome.
That's awesome. Yes. So
Mhm.
Zandra, you have shout outs?
Of course. I want to shout out my girl Brandy, Montgomery, Alabama. She's on. She done gave her little hellos and hello back
Okay.
to you and to all the other ones. My girl Roz is on, and Miss Marilyn always come through. But just thank you.
And one more too, Queen. I gotta shout out Nikki too. I gotta say her this because she would have been on every dance too, but she had hurt herself. She had hurt
Okay.
herself. It ain't had nothing to do with the advanced dance, but she hurt herself. And then
Okay.
she started cracking the whip on her teeth and started doing the dance after that. So
Hey,
yeah, shout out to Nikki too, man. We love you, girl.
I tried to do them, Marquise, but see what
Hey,
happened was I got hurt. I
hey,
got hurt.
hold on, Queen. You know what I mean? We have Adrian on the line too, and I don't think we can say those stories in front of her, so you gotta watch our language. Hey.
I watched them, Marquise. Isn't that
You
good?
did. You did.
I
Thank you.
watched them and I said, not that one either.
Either. Appreciate it.
All right, so let me do some shout outs. I want to shout out to Lewis
oh, thank
for
you.
being our guest today. Lewis, you have truly been awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm so glad that you responded and I was able to find you. Because, real quick, the reason why I wanted to interview Lewis is because he took should have known better to a whole nother level. I said, oh, is that man? I need to interview him. Who is he? Well, I didn't know who Lewis was. And what happened was somebody gave me Lewis's name. And so I, went on Facebook and found him and everything, sent him an inbox. I said, oh my God, that's him. That's him. That's the one. Yeah. So, Lewis, thank you because every time I think of you, I see should have known better because I know you have
Oh,
plenty other dances, but you killed that one. I said he
hey,
might as well bury that. He done murdered that one. But
hey,
I want
thank
to
you.
shout out. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said thank you,
Oh,
thank you.
you're welcome. I want to give shout outs to Marquise and Zandra, co-hosts. I tell you, y'all are awesome. I just love you every time you come on. You keep things going, keep it real on the show. So we're going to move on. Oh, and I have to give a shout out to my husband, King Joseph. Woo, woo. That's my baby. He don't dance, but he my DJ. So I
That's
love you,
good.
baby. If you watching, I know you are. I love you. All right. So, because you know what, it's a poor. How does saying go? It's a poor dog that don't give honor to his own. How does that
Scratch,
saying go?
scratch. Don't he scratch the dog scratch?
The dog scratch.
Y'all losing me.
Is that what you just said? What did you
No,
just
I
say?
said it's a poor man who doesn't give honor to his own.
Oh, okay. I'm
You
sorry.
know,
Oh,
I
man.
forgot how the exact saying go, but that's what I mean. I always give a shout out to my husband because I appreciate him. He's my DJ and he keeps us going on the dance floor. Okay, so
Yes.
next we're going to say happy birthday. Oh, and to all of the line dancers around the world. You know, I don't want to start calling names, but to all of the line dancers around the world, keep it moving. Like Lewis said, as long as you keep moving, you good. Just keep it moving. Because you might
Yeah.
start off doing shake a tail feather, and you might end up doing should have known better or something like that.
I want to go ahead and put it in the record that I never started out doing shake and tail feather. So
Marquis never learned shake a tail feather, but he had to teach it the other week, and he had a fit.
Yeah, my first
So,
dance was the Justin Timberlake "Hey Hey Hey" by Freddie Edmonds.
Mm-hmm.
By Freddie Edmonds.
okay.
That was my first dance.
That's your first dance. Okay.
First dance learned, yeah.
Okay. So we want to say happy birthday to everyone celebrating their birthday in August. Happy
Yeah.
birthday to you. That's you,
Thank
Louis.
you. That's
Happy
my
birthday.
I was giving best. I was waiting for you to holler out for the Leos and the Virgos and
Okay.
you know.
Okay, so you'll
yeah.
be 22 on your birthday, right?
Oh no. I'm listen. I ain't trying to go back. You trying to push me? I'm trying to get out of the workforce. Don't push me back.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait, I'm trying to get to Social Security.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Hopefully they have
Prayerfully,
it
there will
around.
be prayerfully there will be Social Security when you're ready.
I'm
You know.
saying. Look, I don't mind you going up a little bit.
Okay.
I'll be in my 52 plus years.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Funny.
Oh,
So your birthday is August what?
22nd. I'm the last day before you hit the Virgo.
The Virgo.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the
22nd.
last. I'm skipping.
Okay.
He a Leo. I got them Leo tendencies, you know.
Okay. All right. And so now we're going to go to announcements. Louis, you
Yeah.
have any announcement? Your event is sold out, right? But you can still tell us about
It
it.
it it is. And I'm just going what is that? Annette said happy birthday, Lewis. Thank you, Annette. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But yeah, ours is sold out. You still can get on the waiting list. Um and along with that line, I really wanna it's kind of like a semi and a shout out. I want to thank Joe and Jermaine and Zakia from Atlanta because they help with helping our event sell out by having those videos. Marquise knows what I'm talking about. If y'all didn't see
Okay.
those, so I wanted to just give it.
Oh,
So
man.
my event, or our event, Nicole and I event, and then that's November, as you all know. And then I'm just going to think about Parkside and Ziggy. Anybody else's event that's in there that I forgot that I'm going to, but those are the ones that I know I should be. I won't be at Parkside this year, but I think Parkside is giving something
This weekend.
2022. So everybody look at that video. I think it's in Mexico
Yeah.
or Puerto Rico or something, somewhere like
Mexico.
that.
Okay.
Mexico. Yeah. So that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any announcements, Marquise and Drea? I mean,
Yeah.
I always do
So-
that. Marquise and Zandra. Sorry.
It's all good. I know. Go ahead, Lou. You finna say something, Lou?
Yeah, Zandra, I have something for you. Ready? If you
Wait a
want a
minute.
shirt, and you're not able to go to NOLA, everybody take this down. www.nolabayoubash.com or go to the NOLA Bayou Bash Facebook page, NOLA Bayou Bash Facebook page, and you can find the shirt just in case you don't come to New Orleans and you want to buy the shirt and jacket. And I just want to say this: it's commemorative. We ain't doing it again, so get the jacket and the shirt if you're not gonna be there.
Okay. All right. So
Right.
I noticed you said
and I will.
jacket.
Yes, I do have an announcement. But if we had more time, I would ask you Why does this have to be the last one?
You know what? Um, I'm gonna say this in the shortest form I can. When you're on top, I would rather give it out on top.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan,
Yeah, there
Jordan
you go.
retiring from the Bulls. When you have something that's good, sometimes you got to let it go and give it to the next, not the next person, but pass that spirit on. And hopefully, I'm gonna do it again. We never said
Hey.
we weren't gonna do an event again. Nicole and I never said we weren't gonna do an event again. We say we're just gonna look at New Orleans as it has ended. Now,
Well,
5 years from now, will we do a Remember the Times MBB forever groove? Yes, probably so. But we're gonna let it rest for a good 4 to 5 years and let you think about it and marinate. So
I
it was
love
it was a good run. We did from 2012 to now. And remember, we missed 4 years because we 18 was supposed to be 20, but now it's 22. So there you
Right.
go.
awesome, awesome. So, an announcement for those who can hang. If you can hang with the DJs of Line Dance Showcase Weekend, that will be in Jacksonville, Florida.
Mm,
If you would like to attend that, Miss Ross, she's on Young and the Relentless Soul Line Dancers.
Mm-hmm.
Their last day for early
Oh, yeah.
bird is today. So if you
Okay.
want to catch it at $85, be sure to log in and get it today. Otherwise, it goes up after tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget, she has Chris Blues, Rondi,
mm,
John Woodhouse,
ooh,
Reggie. That's four, right? And then she
Yes.
had
Mm-hmm.
two more. I think Shake was another one. And it was one more DJ on there. She got 6 DJs running through this thing. Like
No
six.
females?
Yeah, Shake. Chocolate Shake is female.
Oh, shake. Okay, I didn't hear
yeah.
chocolate shake.
Wait,
Okay.
wait. Can I say she got 6 of them to come to
Six,
one?
6 DJs,
Yes.
boy. So you already know what time it is, man. And it's supposed to be somewhat of a battle. So I'm kind of curious how this gonna roll. Oh, and Ra Ra, thank you. And Ra Ra is
Okay.
the
Rah
other
rah.
DJ.
And when
Okay.
is this? When is this
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 again?
next
is
year, July.
July 21st through July the 22nd, Friday and Saturday from 7 p.m. to 11:30.
July 21st to July 20 and
22nd. Yep.
2023.
23
Yeah.
next year.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, that's
So
6. Whoa.
gone, Lewis, you and Coley Cole, that's for real, Coley Cole, my girl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She don't know that though, but she really well no, she should know now, shouldn't you, Marquise?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Also,
those
Okay.
are my announcements.
also,
Okay.
so a couple of events we're gonna be attending. We're gonna be over at Kansas City in September,
Mhm.
Labor Day weekend. We're supposed to be
Okay.
supporting D Barker. They got an event going on. Finance and stepping, but you know how we do. We hosting the event over there. We got our DJ Lady D. She'll be rocking it. So come through. If you want information on that, come through because we trying to continue to bring more awareness of the line dance community within that city. Kansas
Mm-hmm.
City, Kansas City. I want to make sure I clarify that because I ain't finna go from
Okay.
my head. Also, we're supposed to be in Arizona in October 14th
Mm.
with Sansa Ray. So as
Mm-hmm.
soon as she give me information out, I'm gonna put that information out to y'all too as well too. Like
Okay.
Sweet Luce, he got their event in November. Make sure you get on the waiting list. For a person who actually did an event, life happens. Period.
Yeah.
So
Yes, it does.
even though they
Mm-hmm.
sold out, somebody
Mm-hmm.
life gonna happen, and it's gonna be an open spot. Period. So if you
Okay.
haven't got, go and get on the wait list. Anyways, I would strongly suggest that. There's so many
Okay.
life happens at our event. Um,
Okay.
May I
yeah,
ask a question?
go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get on that waiting list?
Oh, for me? Oh, my event?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Eventbrite. You could go to the www.nolabayoubash website, or like I said, the Motown. I'm sorry, Motown. Well, you can get to it on Motown Hustle, but the Nola Bayou Bash site and the Eventbrite link, and there's a waiting list. You press waiting list. Yeah,
Okay.
and like
Cool.
Marquis says, at the last minute, people do drop out because of family issues. Trust
Mm-hmm.
me, it
Yeah.
happens.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay,
Don't forget
so
the
I
UC too.
go ahead.
The UC got it. Their weekend as well too. The UC happening.
Yeah, UC
So
awards in January.
if you don't go to any party, make sure you go to the UC to support the culture and the community and everything else.
Yes,
So don't miss this.
definitely. Okay, and I have an announcement. December the 2nd, we're having a Roaring 20s Christmas here in Tampa. And so everybody's going to be dressed in Roaring 20s and we're going to take it back. So we're going to do Shake a Tail Feather, Marquise.
Oh Lord.
No, I'm just messing. We're going to
Missed
take it back.
that
So,
part.
yeah, we're going to do, and that's December 2nd here in Tampa. So we're going to have a good time. We had an event
Howdy,
last
howdy,
night.
howdy.
Yeah, howdy. There you go.
I got
And do
I
the
told that.
twist.
I
Ah,
see that.
sucks that.
I'm playing out there.
So we're gonna have a good time. Y'all know we have so much fun. I gotta move on. Trivia break. All right. So something that we talked about, Lewis.
Uh-huh.
Am I something that we talked about today on the show? Our guests that are online, we asked them a trivia question. If they can answer the question, they win $5. Now, the rules have changed one bit because let's just say Lewis has all of his classmates or his friends or his family online. So we asked the question, they know all the answers. So it wasn't fair to everyone else that's still listening. So everyone can only win $5, okay? But you can win one. So we're gonna ask the questions, and you can win $5. The number is on the screen. If you send me a text to that number with your Cash App, I will send you your money. So, do you have Lewis? You want to
Yeah,
start? Do you have the first trivia question?
yeah. I think I have some. This is gonna trip them up.
Okay.
All right, because you said the answer, so I'm gonna see if you say the answer. So,
Okay.
what school did I attend in Florida for graduate school?
Can I answer? No, I'm just kidding.
You said the answer, and you gave them what the nickname they call them. So let's see if they. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I don't know if somebody
Okay.
pop up
So
and text you
repeat your
that answer.
question one more time.
So what school did I attend in Florida, in Tampa, Florida? I'm gonna give you a hint. What
Mm-hmm.
school, what college did I attend in Tampa, Florida? University,
Let me
college,
fan up some
university.
Google. All right. All right. So while they getting the answer to that one, who want to go next?
I will.
Okay, Marquis.
At what age did he move from New Orleans?
I like that, Marquise.
Yeah, I try to, play a little bit.
Okay. What year? Okay. Did he move from New Orleans?
Go
Right.
ahead, Nikki.
Roz, Rhonda said UT and Roz said USF.
USF.
Okay.
USF.
USF is right. So
Mhm.
USF is right.
Roz got the first one. Right? USF, correct? Okay.
Yvonne
Oh
said
wow.
21.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
Nikki.
That's right.
21. So who had it first? Yvonne?
Nikki.
Yvonne.
Nikki?
Nikki did, yes.
Nikki had it first. Okay. And that was 21. Nikki. Okay. Zandra?
Okay. In what year did Lewis start line dancing?
That's a good one. You took my question. Yeah, what year did Lewis start line dancing? I know, don't y'all say last year either. Okay.
Oh, Carla's got it. Carla did.
Carla. Yep, Carla. Right, Lewis? Carla
Yep.
has it. Oh, go,
Yep.
Carla. Go, Carla. Oh, okay. Here go, y'all.
Yes,
All
he
right.
said
So,
95, 96.
Yep.
okay.
95, 96.
What is the dance of the week? What is the name of the dance of the week? That's my trivia question.
Okay.
What is the name of the dance of the week?
And while they doing
drum
that,
roll.
Sweet Lou, I
Okay,
want
go
to go in
ahead.
and say, hey man, definitely I thank you and Nicole for what y'all did as far as with the whole NOLA bash. it's definitely inspiration to see the success of it, one, but just to see how well it's being set up to the point where it's like unbelievable. You know what I mean? So definitely shout out to you, Nicole, for even creating that for us, to even give us an idea of what we want to create. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I come into this just to learn from others and how they create those experiences. And the fact that y'all, that's what y'all about, it's good to know that it exists, so we'll know how to duplicate if we could.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Right.
I appreciate that definitely, bro.
Right.
I was
And
going to
I'll
say
say,
too. Go ahead.
I didn't want to, but Marquise, I tell you, always keep yourself open to trying new things, but always look at other people's events. And no, it's not about criticizing, but where could there be improvements? And that's how you make your event the best event. You always look
Mhm.
at others, and that's what we did. We kind of took the Smodge project, everybody thing like Play-Doh, and that's what
Right.
we did.
Right.
Okay.
I agree.
And that,
Definitely.
like you said, though, having 1,500, 2,000 people, that's a lot of work. You know,
Yeah.
that's the third job. You know, like you
Mhm.
said, you wanted to cut your event off at so many people. The more you have, the more work it is. You know, it
You got
really
it.
is. And people don't understand. They say, oh, we got a crowd full of people. Oh, but baby, you work for that, you know. That was
And
the
the
Mhm.
more
third.
it costs, more.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes, it does. It really
You
does.
Queen, you hit it on, you hit it past the target. You went through the wall on the can't be throwing these events without the people and don't have the support and staff and all that. You know,
Hmm.
it's a lot. So you sometimes know your limitations and know when to say we must stop here.
Here. Right.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so let me go over our winners real quick. Roz, USF, the first question, and Nick run the 20 age 21. I mean year 21,
Yes.
right? 21 years, and then Carla won 1995, 96, and then the dance of the week was Roz. Correct?
Hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yes. And then I guess it would go to Annette.
What
Ross
would
got
go?
it first.
Oh, Roz got first. Okay,
Yes.
but then
But
it would
it
go
would
to
go to
Annette.
Annette. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. All right, to end that. Okay, so those people who have won the trivia questions, if you inbox me, I mean text me to this number that's on the screen, your Cash App, I will send you your money through Cash App when we get off the call, get off the interview. Okay, so Lewis, we can't thank you enough
Oh
for
man.
all that all the insights you've given us. We wish you much success with your event. Since it's sold out, I was gonna walk up there, but you
But
know,
Queen, can I say this?
uh-huh.
I'm gonna say this. Thank you all. Thank all three of you all. And Queen, people that don't come to the event still come because we still do a lot of things outside. I'm telling you, we give a lot of stuff outside, so you still feel like you're part of that event. So
Okay. That's
yeah,
a blessing. That is a blessing. Because you have a cutoff, that is a blessing to, still let everybody see, hey, this is what we did. We had a great time. And that's what it's about.
yeah.
So did I miss anything, Marquise and Zandra?
No,
Marquise, you wait?
you were a blessing, Lewis, and thank you again for sharing your knowledge and your love,
Mm-hmm.
your passion with us, and much prayer, much blessing. And I just pray that I know everything will go well, but I just speak special prayers up on you and Nicole as you
Yes.
go into your event in November.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Because we know
Thank
it's
you so
going to be
much.
and just like who hit the floor, said happy early birthday. We pray that you have many, many, many more and enjoy yourself. You don't do nothing else. Enjoy yourself on your day.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
I appreciate
All
it. Thank you
right.
all again.
And
But
we
you know what,
never,
Queen? The
yes.
vibe I get,
Hmm. Go ahead,
Go
Sandra.
ahead, Ella.
it was an echo I heard. Louis gonna enjoy himself.
Oh yeah.
I'm not worried about that. Louis gonna enjoy himself. Period.
Always do. Always do.
Okay, Lewis, I just have one request before we close.
Yes.
I need you to send me the instructional for should have known better.
I will.
Will you do that, please? Because I'm
Yeah.
gonna learn that dance. That's fun. he be doing that. Oh, get it, mister.
I'm gonna try to hit you back on your email. So I'm gonna try to find you and put it back on your email.
Okay, thank you. Because I have never seen anybody do something so smooth or and then when he stopped like that, he'd be like, give it to him, bam, in the dance.
You,
So I
you
love
you would not believe how many people I go to events and they'll start shooting on better and they'll stand by me and I'm like, I didn't even create this, but I learned it from you on the video. So
it.
I told Benita, I gotta give a shout out to Benita. I said, Benita, it was fun learning it and putting my flavor to it. But I told her, I said, I am not paying you for any kind of residual rights or anything for that. We
Thank you,
always just
Benita. It's an awesome dance. Awesome. All right. We never close our broadcast without saying that love is no good unless we give it away. And here's some of mine. Okay. Marquise, do a dap or something. Marquise, get Louis something. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
All right, Louis, love you. Appreciate
love
you.
y'all.
Keep on what you're doing so good. And have a blessed one, okay? Thank
All right,
you,
thank y'all.
everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate
All
you.
right,
Okay,
all right. Bye.
bye-bye.